Hi everyone, this is Stephanie and welcome to a new tutorial on HTML and CSS. Today we are going to be learning how to make sweet and awesome, beautiful websites using HTML and CSS. So what is HTML and what is CSS? HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language and CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheet. HTML is used to structure the website and CSS is used to style the website. So over here, I have an example of a website that uses HTML and CSS. There are many other websites, but I chose Facebook. So Facebook uses HTML and CSS. For example, the coloring blue and a grayish color, that is all CSS. The letters, Facebook, the inputs, the forms, that is all HTML. And I also want to show you an example of the HTML and CSS codes. So I want you to go ahead and right click and I want you to click on View Page Source. And it takes us to this site where there's a whole bunch of codes and you're probably looking like, what is this? But these are HTML and CSS codes. This is basically used to make Facebook, right? So now we're going to be learning about the HTML and CSS. Now before we start, in order to use HTML and CSS, you must have a text editor. You can use Notepad, Notepad++, or any other text editor that you may know of. So if you want to download Notepad++, it's free. Just go to this site right here as you see it on the URL, and you can go ahead and choose the Notepad installer, the zip package, or whichever one you want to use. I am using the zip package, I believe. Okay, so and once you have that, you are ready to start. And now let me just go ahead and open Notepad++. Now in order for us to write HTML, we must save our file as .html. So I'm going to save as hh.html. Okay. The first thing we want to do is declare our HTML, our web page. And in order to do that, you will have the less than and greater than sign. In between that, you will have the exclamation mark, in all caps, doc, type, space, HTML. And this is telling our browser that we are going to use HTML. Now, in order to write the syntax, HTML starts with an opening and closing tag. So let's begin writing them. The first tag is called the HTML tag. So we're going to write the opening and the closing tag. So the opening is less than, greater than, in between HTML, and then the closing tag / HTML. Now, the next tag we want is called the head tag. So the opening head tag and the closing head tag. And this is where all the technical stuff goes. That's all you need to know. So one of the things we want to go in between the head tag is called the title tag. So let's have the opening title tag and let's have the closing title tag. Okay, so this is basically where it tells us our website name. So I'm going to name this website name. Looks catchy. And then now, before we continue, let's go to our HTML opening tag. And in here, we want to go tell our browser what language we are using. And in this case, we're using English. So make sure you write this right here. Now, okay, so the next tag is where everything goes in between here. You see everything in between here. You see the pictures, the forms, the buttons, all of that. And this tag is called the body tag. So we have the closing body tag and we have the opening body tag. So this is where everything is visible. So now we can write something on the screen like this, and we could keep writing some other stuff and a number and all of that. So this is how you basically set up the HTML. Okay, so now I can go ahead and save this, and I'll just run this to show you an example of what it looks like. And I'm going to launch in Chrome. And here it is. So here's our little website with no colors, nothing special. Okay, so you see the title here, website name, and this is what we wrote, whatever we wrote. I don't even understand what I wrote, but that's all we need to know for this tutorial. So we learned what HTML and CSS does, and we learned how to set up our HTML page. So on the next tutorial, we will start learning about the different tags that we can use to start writing things on the screen or continue things writing on the screen. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys on the next tutorial. Bye!